Hi class, since we have a lot of time at home right now, it's the perfect opportunity to review some of those multiplication fact strategies for your basic facts. We got to look at them at the very beginning of the year, if you were in my fourth grade class. With our new program, Bridges, these strategies are introduced more in second and third grade, and really practiced a lot more in third grade, and then they're reviewed early on in fourth grade. Well, a lot of these strategies were brand new for several students this year, since this was the first year we adopted the Bridges. So why not just practice it now? So I thought maybe every day that I would focus on one of the multiplication tables. And today we're going to be focusing on multiplying by 3. And so I figure everybody's pretty fluent or pretty good at multiplying by 2s at this point. And if you're not, then you have a quick strategy counting by 2s and things like that, or just adding the numbers together, like if 8 times 2, you just double 8 to get 16 kind of thing. So we have pretty good strategies for that. So I figure we might as well just start with multiplying by 3. And so one of the strategies for multiplying by 3 is using the doubles plus 1 set strategy. And it is exactly how it sounds. We're actually going to double the other factor and then add a set of that factor so that we have 3 sets of 8. And so I want to model that for you. So I'll have one set of 8 right here in an array. Okay, so right now I just have basically 1 times 8. And we know that that's 8. But this strategy tells us that we can double 8. So I'm going to add another set here. Not really adding a set, but I'm doubling it. So instead of that, I'm going to have 2 across here. So if I double 8, then I'm going to have 16 altogether. Well, to have 3 sets of 8, that means I need to add 1 more set. So I'm going to add 1 more set. And I will have this 16 right here, plus this 1 set of 8. So what is 16 plus 8? 16 plus 8 is 24. So we can really think of 8 times 3 if you just want to think numerically and not think about a model picture of this in an array or an area model. What we did was that we said 8 times 3 is the same thing as 8 times 2, because doubling anything means that we're multiplying it by 2, and then we're adding 1 set to that, so 1 set of 8. So that times 1 means that other set. So the 2 plus the 1 set is right here in this part of the array, the area model, okay? And then each group is 8 big. So we have 2 groups of 8 plus 1 group of 8, and when we put that together, we have 24. Now that can be, this strategy can be used for any of your multiplication facts that involve 3. And actually, you can even use this strategy for larger numbers that you're multiplying by 3. Like, say, like you want to multiply 24 times 3. You can double 24 and then add another set of 24, and that would give you 3 times 24. So it's a really cool strategy. But here are some things that you need to be good at in order to be fluent at this strategy. Obviously, you've got to be good at adding numbers together. And sometimes our addition facts, not knowing our addition facts or how numbers can be added together and be fluent with that, can hinder us in learning these multiplication strategies. So I highly encourage you that if you don't feel confident with your addition facts or your subtraction facts, that you start there, because all these multiplication strategies that get talked about and used really involve addition and subtraction with them when we get down to it. So if you're struggling with this strategy, maybe take a look and think about, am I really struggling with the concept, or am I struggling with the actual adding the sets together? Concept, you understand the multiplying by 3 strategy. And if you're struggling with the addition part, then you really need to work on those addition facts better and knowing ways to add 16 plus 8 more efficiently and more effectively. So just so that you have one more example, let's do what's another one we could do? 6 times 3. So if we're thinking about using this strategy real quickly, 6 times 3 is the same thing as doubling 6. So 6 times 2 plus adding a set of 6. So 6 times 3 is the same thing as 6 times 2 plus 6 times 1. So we doubled 6 and then we added another group of 6. So we're ending up adding 12 plus 6 together and we get 18. Now, if you want to look at that visually one more time, I'm going to do an area model for that. This side is 6, and we want to double 6. What is 6 doubled? 6 times 2 is 12. And then we add one more set of 6. What's one set of 6? 6. So what's 12 plus 6? That equals 18. So that is the multiplying by 3 strategy that you can use. Just remember, you've got to have some fluency with adding basic facts and adding numbers together. And if that's where you're struggling, then that's something that you can focus on. So good luck.